Let's shake it out, boy. Let's shake it out, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, man. It's that You Heard podcast. Joe and Ben out here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Check out the merch. You know what I'm saying? You see Joey over there with the You Heard podcast hoodie. I'm wearing the, you know what I'm saying? This is the prototype right here of the home t-shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Change it up a little bit on the show. Look, man, we still waiting for a quarterback just like y'all, man. As of right now, 6:24 p.m. as we hit this record button on the show, man. Still ain't got no quarterback. We got 2 transfers in. You know what I'm saying? We got a 2025 monster that we're going to talk about. We got a guest on the show. We got a lot going on, man. We still going to bring you that heat, man. Joey, what you got?
I got
some eligibility left?
I got 2 years of eligibility left, man. I'm getting my arm ready.
You can read the defense in 6 seconds, right?
Get my flexibility. That's the pump fake.
You gotta pump them, man. You gotta pump
fake
them,
that screen. Then you go up top. You know what I mean?
So like Malik.
Don't worry about
Malik
it.
Says,
don't worry about it, Kane fam. We out.
Like Malik says, man. All you need is that big toe, right, bro? That shows you everything. You need to aim at.
10 wins. 10 wins. I guarantee. I'm a dog. 10 wins, man.
You put out 10 wins out there. You got 6 to 8 seconds on the pass. You can read the defense. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as I get hit, it's over. The season's over, son. We gonna need the back. JB gotta stay.
Wait that one play. Hey, guys, I'm out.
Son.
So right. All right, man. Let's hit y'all with this intro, man. YouHeardPodcast.com, man. Let's go.
Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No. Let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I
mean, what did you say? What are we talking about, son?
Get into it.
I feel keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Look, man, we had to bring in a second Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? We had to diversify this portfolio a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We have Roman on Wednesday. We have our guy Willy, you know what I'm saying? From 3 or 5 Sports now in the building, man. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Oh, I love the applause. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ben and Joe, for having me. I'm looking forward to being on your podcast for a while now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. It's good to be on. Look, we've been on your show, man. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 5 Sports now. I don't know what Joe's doing out there. I think he's blurry.
The blurriness happens, man. As soon as you pop in the guest, the blurriness happens. Man.
You can't do one episode without Blurry Joe. I think we should have a segment called Blurry Joe.
Yeah, facts. Blurry Joe, and then I'm gonna just talk some shit in the blurry.
Blurry Joe.
Like he is witness security, man. Witness protection out here, man. All right, Will, man, off the top, man, how you feeling? Let's just go right into this shit, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Right into this, you know what I'm saying? While Joe figures out what to do with lotion in his hand, because that shit's questionable. Still no QB, man. You feeling nervous yet, man? Still no Will Howard, no Cam Ward. How you feeling about it?
I'm not nervous. The only thing I am concerned about is the timetable, because I do think that the coaching staff, from what I've heard, from some sources, they are confident they're going to land a big-time quarterback. There's been no names listed because of recruiting and so on. But I do think eventually we will get a solid quarterback. I like Cam Ward. I like Will Howard. I like Cam more than Will, but I do believe that if Cam still takes a little too long, if Will's available, if he hasn't yet signed up with USC, I know that's the rumor now that he's going to go to USC. I do think that we should give Will Howard a buzz because I think the wide receivers that are coming in, on National Signing Day are going to want to know who's going to be throwing them the football next season. So I'm not nervous because when I heard the coaching staff is confident they're going to land somebody, we just don't know who that individual is.
Joe, what you think about that, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I think we have QB1 on campus already, but nonetheless, whoever. I'm sure Coach Cristobal has his ducks in a row. I'm sure he's prepared for the worst possible scenario. I would hope so. And the one thing I'm not worried about with Coach Cristobal is a recruiter. I'm not worried about that, man. So We'll see. We shall see.
Yep. I kind of got into it. I guess not into it, but like a little back and forth earlier with Toast from OBB. He was saying that if we don't get two number one quarterbacks, yeah, Toast was like on. Toast was on ones, and I don't like. It's one of those things where like you could tell like it's like thoughts in his head. You know what I'm saying? Where like this is some shit I'm gonna tweet. Like it's like it's some shit like that gets tweeted that nobody asked you. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, nobody. Yeah, if he doesn't do this, he's a fucking failure. I was like you want Mario to get two number one quarterbacks in the portal, so there'd be transfers. How do you negotiate that? You know what I'm saying? To get two number one guys, are like, look, one of y'all gonna sit. That's the conversation you have. That might be very off-putting to hear that shit, unless it's like a Dante Moore that has to sit.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Which again, Joe, like I want to ask you. I haven't heard much Dante Moore smoke or anything about him. So when it gets real quiet, I get real Mario Cristobal questions. Because when shit gets real quiet, I focusing on that. Like, yo, I haven't heard anything about Dante Moore since like Wednesday of last week. Have you?
Yeah, I did see. I ran across something. I can't remember who reported. It might have been Kane's Insight. I don't know, but Dante Moore is a real possibility. Apparently, they're setting up a visit. So,
which would be after.
I always think that's a possibility. I don't see. I think that's a possibility.
Yeah, I was like, so the back and forth I had with Toast was I didn't understand how you want two number ones now when you haven't had two number ones in 20 years. Like I can't remember when we've had two number ones, like two clear cut number one guys. We're like, holy, either one will get us 10 minimum. Like it hasn't happened, but like in 3 weeks that shit better happen or he's a failure of a coach. I just thought that stance was a little crazy.
It's new football, man. It's transfer portal football. You're supposed to have multiple free agents, man. You know what I mean?
At all positions. At all positions at all times. Or else you're a failure of a recruiter and a quarterback. And a quarterback killer, right? According to Twitter. What do you think about that, Will?
Yeah, I disagree. I think that if you get Dante Moore, that's fine because he's willing to sit from what I've heard. The only thing I have heard, I think it was might be. I hope I'm. I think I heard on Locked On Canes. It might have been when Donald had one of his guests on that he wants some NIL money to sit. That the university doesn't want to give him that kind of money to sit. So they're setting up. Yeah. So if there is a visit, they might have worked something out possibly with him. But that's what I heard about the latest about Dante Moore, that he may want a bit more money just to be a backup quarterback. We have solid quarterback play. They just need to be developed. So that's why I think we only need just one number one guy. Again, so if you get Cam, Will Howard, or I've been hearing lately KJ Jefferson, who just entered the portal from Arkansas, I think that's really all you really need because I think Emory Williams is competent. Joe doesn't like KJ. I'm just throwing a name out there.
But he's young, right? KJ's younger. Okay.
Yeah. But
KJ. You talking about from Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
He's not young.
He's what, a junior or is he a graduate transfer already?
I feel like KJ been in college for a while. KJ Jefferson.
Yeah, but it could be some weird shit where like he could still be young though. Like as far as like his class year, you know what I'm saying? He might have been in college.
Cam McCormick.
We could have like a 12-year program.
Yeah. No, so basically what I'm saying is like whenever we so you need a number one, just one number one. If you get Dante Moore, it's a bonus, but Emory Williams, Ja'Cory Brown, Judd Anderson, and then later on in 2025, Luke Nickel, who's coming in as well, just won states over at Georgia. Those are the guys that could be your potential number ones in the future. I'm not a big fan of picking up a transfer portal guy, then the following year getting another transfer portal guy, and then another getting a transfer portal guy, because that shows, number one, you're not developing quarterbacks. And number two, what quarterback is going to want to go to your school when you're constantly seeking a veteran guy instead of giving your young guys an opportunity? So
you become Florida State.
Yeah.
You become
absolutely.
But I don't know where the cycle ends, right? Because I feel like you're doing that this year. When you have it, when you have at least JB, you know what I mean? You got at least JB there.
But you have an unknown JB. You have an unknown JB.
Right. You have an unknown JB because you made it that way.
Yes, 100%. You put yourself in this position.
You didn't put him in the position to play. You didn't play him, so he's unknown. But you have the bowl game, you have all spring to get known. You know what I mean? To get him known. But let's say you get one portal QB this year. Then next year, who are you rolling with? Like you rolling? Is it an open competition between Judd, Emory, and Luke Nickel, the true freshman? Like that's what you're doing?
Yeah, you're doing redshirt sophomore, redshirt freshman, and true freshman.
Yeah,
that's look, the issues of this quarterback shit isn't just with Mario, right? Like we talked about it. Like this goes back years. Like you have a Tyler leave. Tyler has a bad year, which he by all accounts shouldn't have had because the O-line was, I'm saying what it was, whatever. Argue the offense with your mama, and that's what I'm saying. That's what it is. But you had Tyler who had a bad year. You had last year Jake Garcia leave. Don't have anybody behind him. You have a Jakari Brown that you don't play at all. You had shit games where you were playing nobodies that you could have given them burn to see. Because if you can't read against Bethune-Cookman, then you can't read against anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have gave him moments, didn't give him those snaps. Now we're in this fucking predicament. The failure of the QB position this year is on Mario, but the years and the depth of it goes back years before that. Because again, I think during a previous administration, we had a year where we didn't go to quarterback at all, and we had one that ended up being a preferred walk-on that we wasted a scholarship on that left too. So the years of like not having classes is what puts us in this shit. But I don't want a portal guy every year. I'm with y'all on that. But it seems like this year we're going to need one. But it's because we never played Jakari. What if Jakari balls out and then he leaves and then we're left with that shit? Because then if we get a grad transfer that a Cam Ward is, then we're left with sophomores and freshmen. Unless we get another portal guy, and then you could lose one of those sophomores or freshmen, and then you put in the same fucking predicament over again.
Yeah,
God, it's frustrating.
I'm not opposed with getting Cam Ward and a Dante Moore if Dante Moore's camp is like, yo, we'll get a little bit of money, but then next year, if I'm starting, give me that starting QB money, I'm cool with that if that's the case.
I just think that we have solid quarterbacks. They're just really young. Like Emory showed some really good flashes this year before he was hurt against Florida State, and they threw him into the wolves. I mean, you played Clemson, which had a top 5 defense in the ACC, and then you played Florida State, that was a top 4 team in the country on the road. So, but Emory showed flashes and he showed poise, in both those games. So I think you do have a quarterback there. He's just young. Well, he was a true freshman. And I like the intangibles with Judd, and I like the intangibles with Luke. I think Luke is the best all-around quarterback, the most put-together quarterback of the 3 I just mentioned. The reason why is because Judd was considered a project when he was recruited. Luke Nickel seems to be the more polished one as far as being able to throw the football, as far as getting out of certain situations. He's an actual dual threat, but he's a passer first, but he's a dual threat. So I think that for me, the quarterback to get in the transfer portal now, you get right now, whether it's Cam, Will, whatever, or Finn, over from Toledo, whatever the case may be, is just to get those guys a bit more seasoned, for when their time may come. That's just the way I see it. But I'm not a fan, like you said, of being a transfer portal guy every year, because then you're Florida State and you're in a situation like, Oregon, fine, they're getting guys, but eventually you're gonna have to develop your own guys. You can't just be getting transfer portal guys every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. So the situation makes us nervous, and the waiting game is annoying. But so far, it's just, again, man, like there's one question could have been answered in September, as far as our quarterback situation, and then it just wasn't. Like with Emory, like he showed toughness and poise, but the accuracies, like up in the air, deep ball abilities up in the air, because we didn't see that. They didn't call for that a lot, right? Like the one time we threw it deep against Florida State, George rang the wrong route, kind of gave up on the route, and it was a pick. So there's a lot of questions there. So we had, I think a lot, and I'll tell you like this, because of Tyler's, I don't know if boringness is a word, just of his overall blah. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw Emory show emotion is why we root for Emory so much, because look, a motherfucker cares. I'm winning on this.
He broke his arm for a first down.
He broke his arm for a first down on 4th and 3. Tyler would have tripped over his center.
Yeah, rival.
You know what I'm saying? That's a heart. He has heart. So I root for Emory because of that. But when you take the emotion out of it, away, it's was he overall a good quarterback? And you have to start analyzing it that way. So that we go into that with unknowns. because if you know, fuck, bro, like to go into it, like a possibility. There's a chance here where you don't get Will Howard, don't get Cam Ward, and Ja'Cory Brown leaves after the bowl game, and then you're just like, I guess Daquan Finn. Son, we gonna be, as a fan base and as a podcast, we gonna be tight. We're like, yo, what the are we doing right now? And you never know who could come out after the bowls and all that shit. Yes, but in that moment, we have to react in that moment, and I'm not looking forward to that. I hope right now, as we're recording, there's a fucking graphic being put up with Cam Ward saying committed. You know, I'm dead ass serious. As y'all know, we record the night before, man. When y'all see this is all recorded.
I think it's all good, man. I really think it's all good. I think Coach Cristobal again, and the whole staff, man. It's not just Coach Cristobal, but I'm sure they have a certain assuredness that it's all good at that position. They
Florida State helped. Florida State helped.
They realize the importance of the position and what they need. And I'm sure that they have. I'm sure they have it covered. I'm really sure.
And like we were talking before, Joe, like Florida State helped shitting the bed this past weekend.
And listen, man, it's Florida. Like what Cam Ward's father described that he would want, right? An established O-line and receivers that he can throw the ball to, and offense. So. If we're talking about an offensive mind, Mike Norvell is, to me, way beyond Dawson. And offensive mind.
He's number two.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Offensive creativity is play calling, play design is dope.
100%. Yep.
But O-line, it's not even close.
It's trash.
And they have O-linemen leaving. I mean, we had two leave, but our O-line is ahead of their O-line. They're losing their two best receivers.
Their O-line's about to get Social Security, right? That's how old they are.
Who do they have at receiver coming back?
You know what we have. I was about to say Hakeem. Yeah. Hakeem Williams.
But Hakeem is unproven. You know, he hasn't done
he's
anything.
Young.
Trey Benson is leaving for the league. So where's your security blanket at running back? You know, so as far as personnel, offensive personnel, we're in a much more secure position than Florida State is. You know,
100%.
If that's really what you're looking for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than the money.
Yeah, I agree with Joe. I think Miami's in a better position. I think our O-line is still going to be good, you know, like it was last year. You know, I think that the receivers coming in, the veteran receivers that we have with Jacoby George, if they stay, you know, they could bolt for the transfer portal after the game, but you know, Jacoby George and Restrepo, and then the guys that are coming in with Carr and Trader, you know, as well, plus the young guys like Ray Joseph and so on. I think we're in a much better position with the wide receiver position and the offensive line. Cam Ward's biggest problem last year, if we're talking Cam Ward, is that he got hit a lot, which led to fumbles because Washington State's line was atrocious. If he wants a team with an offensive line that's going to protect them, it's going to be Miami, hands down, over Florida State. There's no question. I think the Canes are in much better position in the long term for Cam than Florida State is. Florida State is going to have to go through another complete rebuild, where I think Miami just has to retool, which is very different.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on.
Definitely agree. So there's some updates going on. Miami's getting an early Christmas gift this week per Hurricanes updates.
Okay.
Which is Canes fam news.
Yeah.
And then you have X with
X has been talking all day.
Yeah, X was talking, and So I think something, you know, we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait for the graphic, and we gotta wait for the announcement.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's all we got.
I don't think it's gonna take a week at all. I don't think it's gonna take a week.
Man.
The whole week 2 thing, I don't think it's gonna take a week. I think it'll be done before the 20th.
Yeah.
Javion Cohen was like, I'm gonna take a week, and he signed with the Canes like the next day. So I don't think it's gonna take a week.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we showed a level of professionalism that Florida State didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think because I didn't hear much about them. Like, regardless, like they I don't follow a motherfucker from there, but somehow, some way, they find their way onto my timeline. And I kind of know what's going on. So shout out to also Oregon Kane, our guy, man. You know what I'm saying? That does the Lord's work, going into those chats and taking screenshots and kind of letting me know, because I refuse to search that shit.
They were talking about Cam Ward's dad talking about how big the stadium was. Like that was his main positive comment about the visit. You know what I mean? The stadium, they got a nice stadium.
They got a nice stadium. Like, hey, y'all, it's almost like y'all got a nice house, but y'all shit people.
They've been pissing off parents like crazy. People talk about UM's fan base, but FSU's been pissing off. Calvin Ward's father had to step in on Twitter or X, sorry. And then I know we'll probably get to him later, but Armando Blunt's mom has gone to war with half the fan base of X because of what they're saying about his kid, you know. So it's like they're really alienating a lot of the parents of recruits. And what I've told people, you know, on my show, and I'm sure you have as well, is that be careful what you write, because these parents do watch and do read what we say and what we write about their kids and so on. So you really want a kid, don't trash them either, you know. So that's been a problem right now with over there in Tallahassee. Yeah.
And that goes for every fan base, man. When a kid decides not to go to your school, what are you doing? Like, why? Yeah. Like,
basically, why?
When he commits, he's the greatest in the world. But when he decides to go somewhere else, it's FM and all that. That's corny, man. Like,
I've never understood that, man. Like, I saw she will. Shout out to y'all know her on Twitter, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm not gonna add her on here, man. She went off, bro. Like, people were like really. I was like, bro. First of all, you're talking to a 16-year-old child, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Armando Blunt is 16 years old. He's a brilliant mind. Dude got like a crazy GPA at Miami Central, graduating a year and a half early. You know what I'm saying? Like a year and a half. I got kicked out of high school. If we're gonna keep it all the way a buck. This man left school a year and a half early. They told me, hey, leave now. Like, he left on his own. You know what I'm saying? So the man left early from Miami Central, had grades and the ACT and SAT to make it into Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like that, which is crazy. And you out here shitting on him on Twitter, bro. Like, if he would have gone to Florida State, still no shade. That's an amazing thing. Something like that's Myron Rowe level. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember Myron Rowe was out here being a doctor out there doing great things. Again, Florida State fan. Like, I'm never gonna knock that shit. You'll never catch me or anybody from this podcast. And if anybody who we've had a guest do that shit, they'll never come back on this podcast, go back and forth with a parent or talk shit to a child. Never, bro. Yeah. Never. Not never. It's stupid. We don't do that, man. We don't do that, man. We too old for that shit, man. We got back problems. Y'all trying to argue with children, bro. You stupid.
Yeah, some guy wrote in the comment section today. I didn't address them on my show, you know, about how Miami kids aren't loyal and so on, and then basically said that their parents like Cardi B because they're too young and stuff like that. I didn't even address them. I thought that was out of line. Like, I don't mind banter, you know, on my show, but when you get disrespectful, I don't even address you. His mom was funny though, because she said my son tosses around 300-pound men for a living. So you think he's coming home to Mary Poppins?
Facts.
That's what she said to the guy. I lost it laughing when I read that. I'm like, man, it was a good comeback.
No, like, bro, like, yes, obviously something like if the moms aren't good, my parents are gonna be young, because guess what? We're getting older. You know what I'm saying? You have kids. That's just the way biology works, idiots. But yeah, man, like, just it doesn't make sense to, again, like what Joe said, you can't, when he's 1,000% committed to your school, you know, you can't be hyping him up. But then the moment he's not, like, fam, like, is this your first day in recruiting? Is this the first, like, nothing means nothing till they sign the paper, man. That's why we don't get too high or too low with anybody. Like, till they sign on the paper. We on Wednesday, when there's all those documents have been submitted, you're gonna see us talking crazy. Till then, we won't talk crazy till next December. It's unnecessary, bro. It's unnecessary. And not just because we have a platform, just because we're fucking adults. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit. It's dumb. Like, it's weird.
First and foremost.
Above anything, man. We're, you know what I'm saying, not just because Joe has had a kid that play ball and all that shit. Like, I wouldn't do that myself. Like, just not who I am. Go after a fucking 15-year-old kid. That's
and you're gonna see one of these parents, man. You're gonna be at a game. You're gonna see one of these parents out here
and realize that they're gonna be younger. That's the other thing. They might be listening to Cardi B, but they younger than you, so they don't have the back problems you got because you out here talking shit. They out there working out with their sons that throws around 300-pound men. That tells you they're in shape. So you better be on your P's and Q's, man.
Yeah.
So they gonna catch you sleeping. They gonna catch you slipping. And why do you want that energy, bro? Like it's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. All right, man. Let's get into this Kingswear ad before we get to these topics, bro.
Welcome to Kingswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Kingswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Kingswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yeah, King. Shout out to Kingswear, man, the family. Only place I was able to find hats that fit me. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. It's real out here, Willie. It's real serious out here. You see Joe wearing the merch, man. All right, look. As we wait for a Porter quarterback, and that whole thing has been dominating all of X, and you know what I'm saying, all the group chats and all the y'all got anything yet? You know what I'm saying, text messages. We did get 2 transfer portal guys this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? We got CJ Clark out of NC State, grad transfer. Shout out to him, man, graduating, getting his degree from North Carolina State University. That's big time, man. Well done, well done. That's good. He'll probably get a second one here. And Savion Riley, free safety from Vanderbilt University. Another private school, man, made it into the building. All right, so let's start first. Joey, what you think about CJ Clark, man?
Oh, man, CJ Clark, man, played nose in a 3-3 defense. You know, big dude. What is he, about 6'2", 3 and change?
Yep.
But I think he was out of position at NC State. I mean, he did well. He's from Charlotte. He did well at nose, but I think in our defense, attacking style, one gap, you know, slanting, getting in the backfield, I think he's gonna excel, man, because he's quick. I forgot his shuttle time that they put out there, but he's quick, man, and he's athletic. So I think he's gonna really eat in this defense, man. I'm excited about him. Yep. You've seen what he did. If you watch him against us, you see how he kind of gave Matt Lee that work. He kind of gave Matt Lee the business, man. You know
he was giving Matt Lee all he could handle down there, man. Well, what you think about him, man?
I love it. 6'4", 300 pounds. From what a scouting report say, he could fill out a little bit more. He can go up to 320, possibly. A run clogger, especially since we lost a couple guys at the D line. A lot of guys coming in are really young, so he's gonna be a very good, I think, rotational player. You know, amongst the team. I agree completely with Joe. I think he's gonna excel in this defense. Lance Guidry is very, very good at putting guys in positions where they can succeed. So again, I like it, and we all know how Mario feels about the trenches. It's the front 4, in this case, the front 3. And, his top 5, the O-line. So I really like the fact that he committed, and I think he's going to excel, at the U next season. Much shout out too of him getting his degree. I think that's awesome. A lot of the grad transfers have done that. I think it's nice that they just get a change of scenery to play football one more year or two, at another school. I like that a lot.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's definitely dope. But yeah, man, he's 6'3", 305. You know what I'm saying, committed to Miami. And it's dope that he saw our defense first, firsthand when we played him. And he was like, yeah, I want to go rock with that. And Joe, I think you were right. I think he played out of position. I think him next to an Amon Knowlton, you know what I'm saying, you name it, what you might see an Armando Blunt in there, but by the time the season starts, a Ruben Bain,
Horton, Josh Horton, man.
Josh Horton, an Anthony Campbell,
JHH.
JHH, Collins Achimapong. I'm saying, like, as we go down the line, like, shout out to I'll get his name here in a second. He put up the front 3, like the 3 deep, but just over our defensive line. And in a year, that's totally different names besides JHH. You know what I'm saying? Like how that defensive side has been flipped over, man. So it's pretty dope, man. Yeah, big time good. Look, the stats aren't what they are, but in the 3-3-5, he plays the nose. You're not going to see a bunch of tackles from that position. He's a run clogger, like Willie said. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's just what it is with that, man. I'm trying out here to find the shuttle time, but I can't find it. But
It's been a good year for our linebackers too. You know, like they're gonna with him in the rotation, they're gonna eat. Mainoa, Basaint, I think Bopo is gonna Pulliam. They're gonna get some run this year too, and throwing Malik Bryant there as well. I think they're gonna eat this year with having a guy like that clogging up blocks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those linebackers are definitely gonna eat 100%. Yeah, JHH is gonna have a hell of a year because if he's gonna take up a couple blockers, JHH has already showed you with the kind of pressure he could bring from that inside position, man. I could see JHH like on a big package doing some defensive end work too. So I wouldn't be surprised. I could see him running outside, man.
D-line, man. D-line is very, very impressive, man. It's gonna be you keep bringing in bodies on that D-line, man, and it's gonna be a problem. It's definitely gonna be a problem. And we forget about the kids who are stashed away. You know, the Collins, Chiampong. And possibly, we haven't heard yet, but possibly the kid from Bama that could still be in play. We don't know what's going on, but
nothing official.
We haven't heard anything official. Burrows.
Burrows. Yeah.
So if he's still in play, listen, man, Moten coming back with another year. The D tackle spot looking righteous, man. It's looking right. Justin Scott, Octavius Jones.
Yeah. So this is our guy Kyler Wren on Miami Hurricanes, man. He put the projected D line: Bain, Clark, Hunt, Mesidor, Wayne Moten, Nigel Lee Kelly, Lightfoot, Ichimapong, Jones, Blunt. This is crazy. Jackson, Gore, because I think Gore is back. Josh Horton, Booker Pickett, Elias Rudolph, but he's leaving. He's off to the McConaughey. McConaughey? Mike?
He's gonna be a problem.
McConaughey,
too.
Defensive Player of the Year from Alabama. Like McConaughey's gonna be a problemo, son.
Yeah,
that guy. Oh man,
his speed too off the edges is sick.
Yes,
very underrated. His speed off the edges is sick, and he's got a when he zeroes in on a QB, he zeroes in on a QB. I mean, his highlight reel is insane.
Yeah.
Me and Joe were talking about it the other day. He kind of reminds us of Anthony Chickalo. Hopefully, they don't have some to put on the weight that they
before
did
the weight problem.
Chickalo. Yeah, before the weight hit him, and it was not the same after that. But yeah, man, we'll see. Defensive line is crazy, man. All right, back into that defense now. Savion Riley. What do you think about it, man?
I think it's good. I think it's a good pickup. I think the fact that you're losing James Williams, you're losing Cam Kitchens. I think having him to come in to add some depth to the safety position is excellent. Free safety, pretty effective. Good ball skills as well. So it comes from a good conference, as well, the SEC. So I like the acquisition. I like the fact that like Mario's so close to the chest. Like we don't hear these names and stuff like that, and boom, committed. It's like one of those it just happens. So I'm really happy. I mean, again, like D tackle, I think safety is a position of need as well with your two best guys going into the NFL draft this year. So I like it. I think it's good. I think he's going to contribute. He's going to be on rotation more than likely with Stafford, and I think Zaquan Patterson is going to get some run this year as well. So it's gonna be a fun year watching these guys, develop and kick butt and contribute to the team.
Joe, what you think about him not being a grad transfer, but having I think 2 or 3 years of eligibility left? Because he was a redshirt freshman.
Man, redshirt freshman, 6'2", 202.
Yes, sir.
Played. I think he started a couple games. He missed a couple games last year. But he had like 40 tackles, 48, 50 tackles, something like that. I see him in like more of an in the box safety type, because again he's a bigger body.
James Williams type.
I think he'll play closer to the line. James Williams, right? Cover tight ends out the backfield, cover backs out the backfield, sit in that hole in the zone. And just make tackles, man, and blitz. He's definitely a Guidry type of guy. Guidry's a safety, man. Guidry's a safety coach. So Guidry's gonna have that. That's just another toy for Coach Guidry, man, to play with. So yeah, I think he provides some versatility for us back there.
Yeah, man. Look, that secondary gets stronger. I think probably gonna still need one more guy. back there. Probably get you know what I'm saying, another safety just for competition and depth, because you have everything behind James and Cam is unproven, right? As much as we like a Jaden Harris, the kid who we flipped from Ohio Oklahoma that I can't remember the name.
Caleb Spencer.
Caleb Spencer, you know, Caleb Spencer is going to be, but again, unproven. And there's going to be some guys that hit the portal, so the depth got to be right. And good pickup. You know what I'm saying? Again, SEC play is what it is. That's good experience that he had. He didn't play. I think he started 3 games, played in a total of 7, had like 340 snaps, and was their like 4th or 3rd leading tackler on Vanderbilt. And that's with missing all those games. So that lets you know he's a short tackler, and he's in there. And I'm with you, Joe. I think he's in the box and going to be almost an additional linebacker in there. So solid pickup, man. Again, depth. You don't know because the last year we thought a kid from Iowa was going to be solid, and then didn't even make it through spring.
Terry Roberts,
Terry Roberts. You never know how things line up, man. So again, we'll see when the season starts, because that's
you gotta stack bodies, man. You gotta stack bodies, man.
Yeah.
And also not even spring, right? Like you go into fall. We heard all of fall. We hear, yo, this guy's gonna be the cornerback for the future. And then you don't see him until the last 2 games because the top 2 corners got hurt. You never know how this competition messes up. But again, like when we saw those backups come in, you saw Jadeus Richard and, you know what I'm saying, Damari Brown. You didn't see much drop off in our corner play. So maybe that's just how it should be. All right. So aside from those portal commits, we had a 2025 inside linebacker, Elijah Melendez, one of the top linebackers in the country. Joey, what you think about this guy, man? Shout out to CB, man. We are going to link CB's interview with him in our description, man. Make sure you go check that out and let's learn more about him. And great interview by our guy CB, man. Shout out to CB. He'll be back soon, man. We got to get him right. You know what I'm saying? What you think about Elijah Melendez?
Yeah, man. I've listen, man. I posted it. It's no secret how I feel. You know, I feel he's my favorite linebacker in the class. Yeah. Not saying he's the best. I think he's my favorite linebacker in the class. He's a big dude, man. 6'2", 220 already. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's already built. He's already physically college ready. He dissects the plays, he gets to the ball, and when he gets to the ball, he gets there violently.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he's trying to take heads off. He's taking lead blockers out. Like lead blockers, guards are pulling around, and he's buckling.
What he did to that kid was wrong. I felt bad.
Fullbacks trying to lead, he's buckling them.
No.
You know what I mean? You know, what more can you ask for? That's a middle linebacker. You know, that's a middle linebacker. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm waiting for his homie to come through too.
Yeah. Come on, twin.
Mr. Alford. Mr. Alford.
That's
talking to
Vero
you.
Vero Beach linebacker, man. Whew.
We want you.
He tweeted when Elijah dropped that commitment, TJ Alford did retweet. Oh, that's what we doing, twin. Hey, listen, man. Come on, TJ. Yeah. Come on with it, man.
Because TJ Alford to me is more of a natural linebacker. Like he's natural back there, man. He moves. He's more athletic. He reminds me of Sean Spence, the way he moves, the way he runs.
Sean Spence read everything.
And he just has a knack for the ball. He's always around the ball. Talking about TJ Alford. He reminds me of Sean Spence, man. Always around the ball. He can run sideline to sideline. Yeah, I like TJ Alford too, man.
Yeah, Elijah Melendez, man. Shout out to the interview with CB. Has only been playing linebacker for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So this is just violent instinct that he has. He hasn't really learned how to even for real play the position with the level that he's gonna learn in a year or two, and he's gonna have guys learning above him. So he's doing that shit like he switched over from running back and he's hitting people that way. Like,
and he gonna learn from the best too. He gonna learn from one of the best. Coach D Nick, man.
Yeah,
he gonna learn from one of the best.
Come on with it, Willie. What you got, man? What you got about Elijah Melendez? Shout out to a Latino in the building. You know what I'm saying? Elijah Melendez.
Yeah, absolutely. He is slated as the second best linebacker in the class of 2025. I mean, I was just looking at his highlights right now. For guys who play linebacker that long, he's pretty instinctive. I think it helps because he understands the running back position, so he's able to read what the running back is going to do before it happens. So I like it because he's violent, he's nasty, he hits his gaps very well. You can put him in special teams if you want to start him off quickly. Put him on special teams. He's effective on special teams as well. Could read the quarterback's eyes. He runs sideline to sideline very, very well. So if you have some speed on the opposite side, the offensive side, he will chase your running back down. He will chase your dual threat quarterback down. He's fearless, right, as well as a player, which is what you want out of your team. Out of your linebacker, he's a complete dog. He's a complete dog, complete beast. He also wants to be a Cane. I mean, it's one of the things I saw from his commitment, from his interview with CB, which I looked on X and so on. He's happy to be here, and you want those kind of guys that, they can make money, being here with NIL, but they also want to put on that U and be great, like the linebackers before him, like the Ray Lewises, like of course the Michael Barrows, and I think he fits that mold, with his size, 6'2", 225. He's not even a senior yet. Can you imagine when he gets on campus? When he's a senior, he'd be 6'3", 6'4". He's gonna be an absolute intimidating force. All right, it kind of reminds me what Ruben Bay did to that veteran offensive lineman from Clemson. Ruben Bay was a man amongst boys, just tossed him aside. Elijah's going to do that. He's going to do that, to offensive linemen or to running backs that want to pass protect. He's going to maul them, So this I'm excited. I'm excited to see this kid again, fast from Orlando. Orlando does produce good football players as well, Malik
so Bryant from up there, right? Malik Bryant.
Yeah, Malik's from there. Malik Bryant's from there.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah,
he's from
exactly.
Lakeland. Yeah.
Yes. So it's pretty exciting, man. I can't wait to see this kid in action. I hope he reclassifies, to be honest with you.
I know. I wish.
You said something
big enough
Willy, man. You said something about him playing running back, and that's dope too, because you recognize run fits. Mm-hmm. You understand when the guard is pulling, what's going to happen when they trapping the lineman. You understand run concepts. So it's just like a receiver that now plays corner, or a quarterback that now plays corner. You know what I mean? You understand that side of the ball, and it's dope. It's dope. So
like they asked him. So again, shout out to the interview with CB, man. Give all the credit to him. I miss his content, bro. We need that. We need that more. The conversation he was having with him, man. Like Elijah's first experience at linebacker was in the playoffs. They put him in the fourth quarter and had like 5 tackles. And a sack, and had never played the position in a live game before.
And that's just running to the ball. See ball, go get it. That's all you tell him.
See ball, get ball. See
Yeah,
ball,
that's
get ball.
all
That's
him,
it.
man.
That's crazy. Like that's again playoffs. You're not playing a bad team, so that shows you the level of talent that he's gonna have. Like he hasn't even really begun to scratch the surface on what he's gonna be as a linebacker. This is just instincts and violence, and that's crazy. Yeah. So I'm excited, man. Like I said, I told Joe and letting y'all know, man, I'm in the area roughly. I'm gonna try to go see a game.
Who's in the areas?
I'm in the I'll be in the areas, I'll be driving a little bit. So I might go check out a game, man, and support. I think that's what we should do, man, as fans. I was thinking about this shit. Like a lot of us Kings fans are nationals, man. A lot of people who watch the show are all over the country. And there's commits possibly in your area, what I'm saying, that are playing. Go show up and support, man. Show them that the Kings fans really be out there. Because we're not just in Dade County and Broward County and Evolution. We're everywhere, man. Like we're a national brand. Let's let them feel that shit. We in the building. It don't got to be the coaches, man. Show representation as we can, man. Because we always talk about coaches don't do this. Motherfucker, you right down the street. You can go see a game wearing some, wearing some UM shit. You don't got to let him know that you're a coach or anything. Just be in the stands and leave, and he'll see it in the crowd, man. I think it'd be dope. We gotta start. Manifesting our own destiny, man. Can't let the coaches do it all. Gotta lock these guys in and showing and supporting them too, man. All right, y'all got anything?
No.
Willy, what's going on your show, Willy? What's up, man? What's going on?
What's up, man? What you got? I know you drop show episodes. You drop clips every day, man. When you usually go hot, man, let people know where they can find you. All that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, like my episodes are pretty random. I'm possibly gonna have John from Cafecito con Canes recording with him on Tuesday night, and he's more likely to be on episode's gonna air Wednesday. Again, I do a lot of my episodes over the weekend, especially when it comes to recruiting, and I do a lot of Dolphins and Heat shorts because the audience tends to like that, as well. Busy, with the show, especially with the recruiting side of things. It's been, as you guys know, it's been all over the place, from Cam Ward to Will Howard, to 2025 guys committing, as well. So again, man, just catch it. 305 Sports Now. Hit that subscribe and like button, man. It's I have a lot of content, man, that you guys could really enjoy.
Yeah, definitely, man. Go check them out. We always
listen, Wednesday, signing day starts tomorrow or Wednesday.
Wednesday,
the 20th. Mm-hmm.
Saturday starts Wednesday, man. You know what I mean?
Wednesday to Friday.
Live. Yeah. When we going live? What time we going live?
Roughly around 7:15, 7:30 on Wednesday.
It don't gotta be that late, champ. You know what I mean? We could get on whenever.
No,
because I'm here.
Like
I'm working. I'm working.
Well, not really, because you work from home. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. I will be actually working, like not in my house.
Oh, you working on Wednesday? Definitely.
Yeah, I'm working on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what you call it. If that's what you call it, but go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, now we're still recording. You go ahead telling lies on the pod? Yes, I'm actually working. Yeah, no, I got a crazy day on Wednesday. Listen, man, people need to, you know what I'm saying, what it is. So yeah,
listen,
working
man,
on Wednesday.
I might pop in live. You heard might be on. You know what I mean? Ben could pop in.
It might be me heard though, right? It might just Joe heard. It might be Joe heard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I might pop in, man, because it's gonna be popping. It's gonna be
it's gonna be a crazy day. It's gonna be a crazy day, man. Wednesday.
Man.
Look, Wednesday we're going live.
I may have some people just pop in, man. Yeah.
Wednesday. If you guys are listening to this, Wednesday is gonna be bananas. It's not gonna be that is gonna be a free for all. Just I'm saying, get it in the excitement and everything. Willy, obviously, welcome to come back on, man. You want to chop it up? Wednesday's gonna be live, man. It's gonna be it might damn near be a Coach Hayes type show. Maybe not that long.
Coach Hayes go 24 hours straight, brother.
Coach Hayes don't sleep though. I need my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach Hayes can just, drink that cane juice and be good. But over here we need our rest, man. So it might be a long show, man. But Wednesday is gonna be crazy. Tomorrow night on Flo's channel, For the Culture is live over there, man. So we're gonna be over there doing it with them. Episode 2. Look, man, y'all already know how we do it, man. We always cook. We always bring y'all the truth, bring y'all the real, man. But first and foremost, man, check out youheardpodcast.com, man. Check out Willy's channel, man, 305 Sports Now. That's our guy, man. That's one of the hoodies, man. I'm wearing one of the prototypes. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure the fabric's right. I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing that we wouldn't wear. You know what I'm saying? Would never do. I don't know what Joe's doing. First of all, I just apologize for what's happening right now. Son, what are you doing? All right, guys.
Joe's dancing, man. Joe's dancing. He's feeling the hoodie. He's dancing.
You heard.
All right, guys. We're about it, man. It's at youheardpodcast.com, and peace.